A common solution to the problem of fake news is fact-checking. When you see wrong information presented as a fact, you can simply tell your friends about it online and call out the source. Given the continued proliferation of fake news, however, fact-checking won't be enough. For some media scholars and journalists, the use of the term fake news itself does not help solve the problem. It only leads to confusion as to what is news and what is not. Worse, it allows people who spread fake news to give blatant lies some sense of legitimacy. It is about time to discourage the use of the term simply because news cannot be fake. Disinformation and misinformation are clear and useful categories.
I think the reason why we scholars push for this classification is that we want to avoid the idea that there is such a thing as fake news, right? News cannot be fake. It's either news or it's not news.
Disinformation is when false information is deliberately created and shared to deceive other people. Misinformation is false information unintentionally shared. In the Philippines, disinformation is produced in various forms. These are developed increasingly from false articles, to memes, to manipulated photos and videos. A study funded by the British Council in 2018 showed strategists from the ad and PR industry, including social media influencers and former media people, are behind the production of disinformation. They participate in funded campaigns and programs to promote politicians and their interests. This also entails attacking a politician's enemies. The spread of disinformation is a profitable enterprise. This has led media scholars and practitioners to recommend a few other things that can be done to combat disinformation, such as the need to push for regulation requiring government agencies and politicians online to disclose who they are engaging to promote programs or campaigns.
Kailangan mag-put in place ng standards on how the government uses social media and the internet. There must be full disclosure, transparency, and accountability in the use of Facebook and social media platforms by the government. So for example, tama na magkaroon ng Facebook pages lahat ng ahensya ng gobyerno at lahat ng mga matataas na opisyal para maging transparent sila at mas accountable sa public.
Such a regulation would also make it difficult for anyone to hire trolls and disinformation producers. Another is the need for ad and PR agencies and social media influencers to practice greater self-regulation when it comes to accepting clients who seek their services for campaigns.
We also talk about self-regulating, greater self-regulation in the ad and PR industries when it comes to digital campaigning. It's an open secret with them who the disinformation producers are. I have to be clear lang, those disinfo producers don't work anymore in the ad and PR industries. They don't work anymore in the media. Okay. They used to. So, and then they migrate to disinfo work. Okay? But sana the ad and PR industries would be more self-regulatory when it comes to this. We don't want government regulating them, but they could regulate themselves in terms of what campaigns they accept, whether it's unscrupulous or not.
Media scholars argue that fighting the production of disinformation is very important because disinformation discourages fruitful and meaningful discourse. And meaningful discourse online, where facts and truth prevail, is a hallmark of a truly democratic society of honest and responsible citizens.